Good YouTube, Quinn Wade. Coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there. Of course, the Charlotte Hornets won 9 in a row now. 126, 119 against the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks go to 26 and 28. They're 10 and 15 at home. But the Charlotte Hornets are 25 and 28 and 14 and 15 on the road. They're getting closer to being 500. They couldn't get a chance to go above. They needed this win streak to be able to do that, though. 35 to 32, the Hawks won the first quarter. 28 to 25, the Hornets won the second quarter. Then the Hornets also won the third, 38 to 30, but they did lose the fourth quarter, 29 to 28. But it didn't matter much. It just kept it competitive, but the Hornets were still able to win the game. Every starter for the Hornets was able to score in double figures. Miles Bridges, 34 minutes, 26 points. That ended up being the most on the team tonight individually. And he was efficient. 10 to 14 from the field. Did a good job of balancing perimeter and scoring. 1 of 4 from 3. 5 of 5 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 turnovers in the steal. 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and he was a -1 in plus minus. Musa, 32 minutes, 11 points, 4 of 8 from the field. He missed his only 3. He went 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Finished with a double-double because he had 15 rebounds. And that's just a good game from him. He should be getting more double-doubles, honestly. And it was good to see him do that in this game. He also had 5 offensive boards out of the 15, and 10 of them was still defensive, showing you how big of a night he was rebounding the ball at. 0 personal fouls and a +2 and plus minus. Brandon Miller, 35 minutes, 16 points, 5 of 19 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 offensive rebound, 4 personal fouls, and a +1 and plus minus. He missed a lot of shots in this game, but he kept taking them and he kept attempting them. And the team said, go ahead on. They didn't have a problem with it. Sometimes you can shoot yourself in it, you can shoot yourself out of it. But the team still won, so I guess it's not that bad because LaMelo Ball took 20 shots, which was more than Brandon Miller, but he only went 7 of 20 from the field and 2 of 8 from 3. He finished only with 19 points because of those misses that he ended up having, but he still did a good job of distributing the ball too. He had 9 assists. He only had 2 turnovers. He had 1 rebound, 2 steals, 2 personal fouls, and 1 offensive rebound. And he finished as a -6 and plus minus. I mean, they just got to be better, and they just got to continue to just move the ball a little quicker sometimes, because when you go against a better team, they're more locked in, they're more focused, they're more prideful, and they feel great about themselves in any situation. So, you got to challenge yourself to be better. You got to push yourself to be better. And that's what they want to be. You win 9 in a row because you feel that you can beat anybody, you can play with anybody, and that belief, really sparks good play. And like I said, they haven't played with each other that much because of injuries and stuff like that. But this is a team that's showing you that they can be very good eventually. Con Knipple fits perfectly. 36 minutes, that was the most on the team. He did have 23 points. He had shot 8 of 15 from the field, pull-up jump shots, threes. All was falling for him tonight. 6 of 11 from 3, 101 from the free throw line. He had 8 boards, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 block, 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and he was a +12 in plus minus. Grant Williams, 16 minutes, 11 points, 4 of 4 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and no turnovers, 1 personal fouls, and a +4 and plus minus. He can score that basketball. You keep leaving him open, you keep giving him opportunities. He's not afraid to take shots, and he did that again tonight. Ryan played 15 minutes. He had 6 points. He went 3 of 6 from the field. He ended up having 5 rebounds. That ended up being the most off the bench. He also had 2 turnovers, 4 offensive rebounds, 0 personal fouls, and a +7 and plus minus. Josh Green, 13 minutes, 8 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, 1 rebound, no turnovers, no personal fouls, and a -6 and plus minus. Trey Mann, 10 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 2 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 block, 1 personal foul, a +3 and plus minus. Zion James, 17 minutes. He ended up playing the most off the bench. He also had 3 points, and he went 1 of 3 from the field and 1 of 1 from three. He scored his 3 points because he made a three, and then he missed his 2 pointers. He did have 3 boards, 4 assists, and a steal, 2 offensive rebounds, 4 personal fouls, and was a plus 19 in plus minus in this game. And then you look at the Atlanta Hawks, man. They played good. Just wasn't enough to get the win in this one. They was efficient. They just got killed on the boards, and they also just couldn't keep up with the Hornets throughout the game. Once the Hornets got the lead, it was just difficult to slow them down and to be able to win the game after that. But every one of their starters ended up getting double figures in points too. Yeka Kongu had the Bane mask on 31 minutes, 16 points, 6 of 11 from the field, 4 of 7 from three. I like what he was doing. Of course, he's going to try to score the easy ones around the rim, but he's also going to try to take the wide open threes if you give it to him. 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 2 blocks, 5 personal fouls, a plus 6 and plus minus. Jalen Johnson, 40 minutes, and ended up being the most on the team. Obviously, he can put up the best numbers, and he did tonight. 31 points, 10 of 18 shooting from the field. He went 2 of 5 from three, got to the free throw line a bunch, went 9 of 11 from the free throw line. He did have 9 rebounds and 8 assists. He was flirting with a triple-double as he always is. Basically, every game at this point, they need him to do so much for him. He did have 2 turnovers, 3 steals, and 4 personal fouls. He was a plus 3 and plus minus. Zachary Richichet, 23 minutes, 18 points, 7 of 10 from the field, 4 of 4 from three. 3 rebounds, no turnovers, 3 blocks. The 3 blocks ended up being the most on the team. He had no personal fouls and was a plus 2 and plus minus. Zachary showing you that he can be a quality player for you. He can hit those threes. He can get out in transition. He can play a little defense. You just want him to do it every night. Nickeil Alexander-Walker had a bad night scoring the basketball. He still got in double figures with 13 points because he did play 38 minutes and he did take 15 shots, but he only made 3 of them. That's just as bad as it can get. And he also went 2 of 8 from three. But he did go 5 of 5 from the free throw line, which helped him get into double figures. And he did still finish with 10 assists. Somebody has to pass. Somebody has to find guys. He said, I do it tonight. And it ended up working out for him. 2 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block. 4 personal fouls, a plus 13 and plus minus. Dyson Daniels, 31 minutes, 11 points, 5 of 13 from the field. He missed his only 3. He went 1-1 from the free throw line. He had 5 rebounds. He had 3 assists. He had 1 turnover. He had 2 steals. And then he also had 3 offensive boards, and the personal foul was a minus 17 and plus minus. CJ McCollum played 28 minutes. He ended up having 12 points. He was the only guy to get in double figures and points off the bench or in any statistical category. He did go 5 of 8 from the field, 2 of 4 from three. He had 1 rebound, 3 assists. The 3 assists was the most off the bench. He also had a turnover and a steal. He also had 2 personal fouls, 1 offensive board, and a plus 4 and plus minus. Corey Kispert played 23 minutes. He had 8 points. He went 3 of 8 from the field, 2 of 5 from three. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and was a minus 23 and plus minus. Newell played 8 minutes. He had 5 points. He went 2 of 2 from the field, made a 3. 1 rebound, 1 assist, no turnovers, 2 steals, 2 personal fouls, 1 offensive board, which was his only 1, and a minus 10 and plus minus. And Jack Landale played 17 minutes. He had 5 points. He went 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from three. 1 assist, no turnovers, no personal fouls, and a minus 13 and plus minus. Good game from the bench. They all scored, and they all helped out with however they could. And it just wasn't enough to help them win the game, but they stayed close enough to have a chance. That's all you can really want in the NBA. 88 field goals taken by the Hawks, 49%. 95 taken by the Hornets, 48%. 39 threes from the Hornets, 46%. 37 taken by the Hawks, 49%. 17 free throws taken by the Hawks, 88%. 16 taken by the Hornets, 100%, because they went 16 for 16. 49 rebounds by the Hornets, 30 by the Hawks, 30 assists by the Hawks, 31 by the Hornets, 10 turnovers by the Hawks, 15 by the Hornets, 9 steals by the Hawks, 5 for the Hornets, 6 blocks for the Hawks, 3 for the Hornets, 5 offensive boards for the Hawks, 16 Hornets, and then 25 defensive rebounds for the Hawks, 33 for the Hornets, 20 personal fouls for the Hawks, and 16 for the Hornets. And then you realize, well, the Hornets, they not that far from being on the par with other teams in the Eastern Conference. You know, they do need another big piece to put them in the upper echelon. of the Eastern Conference, but they have so much untapped potential. Some more things they got to learn, some more things they got to start understanding, and some other times they just got to just keep snapping in the back of their head that they a team sometimes. And once that wears off, and once that respect and that love and that passion, and then the trust start being earned a little bit more, this team is just going to flourish even more than it has, especially if they stay healthy. And that's what they're building. You know, this 9 game winning streak is special because this group never had that because they just got together this year. So this is the most positive thing that they can have. This is the best thing that they can have. And it's just a good confidence builder. And then you look at the Hawks, 1 minute they competing and 1 minute they losing. You know, this team has been really inconsistent the entire year when it comes to their play on the defensive end, when it comes to their play offensively. Somebody's always having a great one, somebody's always having a bad one. Seems like it never happens on the same game or the same day. And even when they do, the other guys don't show up. So they got to figure that out. Who do we really need? Who's going to really be there to help us? Because either we're a playoff team every year or we not. They've been not. So they're trying to fix that. They're trying to correct that. And a trade or somebody going to have to come in free agency to put them back into that. We a playoff team every single year if we're healthy or we healthy enough throughout the year. They're not that right now. They should have been, especially getting Trae Young and Porzingis and Jalen Johnson all at the start of the season. It didn't go their way. And even when guys thought that they can step up and handle those minutes and handle those opportunities, they still hovered around being mediocre. And that's not what you want to be at if you're going to pay this much money to players and build a team like this. You want more. And they're just not getting enough of that on a daily night in the NBA games, and they're not doing it good enough at playing the games too. That's why they continue to lose. 1 minute they 500 or they close. You want to be above as much as you can be throughout the season, even with injuries, and that's just something that they haven't really been. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.